What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with my MMA news, and today's guest just recently defeated Dylan Salvador on Dana White's Contender Series to earn a UFC contract. Pleased today to be joined by Bolaji Oki. Bolaji, thanks for doing this, man. Really appreciate the time, and congratulations on the contract, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So let's start here. Obviously, what an amazing moment for you in your very young career here to take part on a show like the Contender Series, earn the UFC contract. Has all of that all sunk in yet, that you did everything that you just accomplished?
Yeah, so I did what I was supposed to do, and I worked so hard for it, and yeah, I did it, And now that I'm in the UFC, I have other goals, Now it's good to be here, but we need to stay. We need to get to the title, That's the next goal. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously a lot more big things coming on the horizon for you there, that's for sure. I did want to ask too, though, for you specifically, I believe just the fourth fighter on the UFC roster from Belgium. I know you also take a lot of pride in your African heritage too. I know they mentioned the broadcast, but you looking at the people like Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman and company there. Just talk about that, what that's like to be able to represent. I know a few different flags that you're wearing there, but just be able to represent them on this UFC journey here.
Yeah, it's proud, that I represent Belgium, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe because I'm half from my mama's side. She's Zimbabwean. My father's side is Nigerian. So yeah, it's I'm super proud, and yeah, because we have many fighters, over here in Belgium, even in Africa, in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and now we're starting, to get known and people can see, as you can see, we already have like Adesanya, Usman, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. We have Temba. He just arrived at the UFC, and me. No, I'm the next one, and like you said, I'm the fourth Belgium to get to the UFC. So yeah, I can only be super proud, and hopefully we're gonna get KOs, bonuses, and puts my countries on the map.
A lot of great stuff there, and it's great seeing, kind of the full worldwide circle coming together for the UFC there. Let's talk now about, before we get into the exact fight specifics, I do want to start about the lead up to the fight. You arrived in Las Vegas a little bit early, so we're going to get through some of the things you did in Las Vegas before we get into the fight. Want to start with visiting Floyd Mayweather's gym. I know we had discussed this a little bit when we were off air chatting for a little bit. For everybody that doesn't know, right? If anybody's out there and they're watching videos of Floyd in his prime and the trash talk, everybody probably has a bad reputation, the Mayweathers. I could say personally, and I know you can too, that that's not true. They are like the nicest people. When you go to visit that gym in Las Vegas, they let anybody in with open arms, give you a tour of it, treat everybody with a lot of respect. I just want to know what it was like going to the gym, visiting it, seeing all the stuff when you were there.
Yeah, it was wonderful, man. Yeah, so we went with my coach. We were like in Vegas, and my coach is like, "Yeah, the gym of Floyd is not far away. We need to go there." And I had to visit the gym, and yeah, once I was there, nice people. They greeted me, showed me the gym, so I could take pictures, videos. So yeah, it was super wonderful, nice guys, and yeah, I needed that energy, energy of champions, when you know that the best of the best come from there. And it's a small gym. It's not that a big gym, and my coach said that you don't need a big gym to make big champions, And yeah, as you can see, Floyd is the best of the best. And yeah, I had the opportunity to see where the champion was made, and it was a big honor for me.
Definitely. It really isn't a big gym either. I could attest to that too. It's like a little Chinese shopping area. You pull around the back and it's right there. But speaking of that champion, like kind of mindset that you were getting yourself into and visiting great gyms and that, you also spent some time training at Extreme Couture. I was just there back in May doing some interviews and such. Great guys there too. What was that experience like too, just getting inside the gym there and, work with a few different guys? Like I saw you, had a photo with Sean Strickland, a few other fighters when you were in there. What was it like just being around everybody there?
Yeah, exactly. So we went 2 weeks before the fight so that we can train and and see with other UFC fighters and PFL, Bellator, the fighters of all around the world. So it was a big honor for me to train over there, and training went super well. And so I could see also where my level was at against tough fighters, and I was like, yeah, that's where I should be. That's where I was feeling great. People were super nice. I had to meet everyone, so it was super good. And but the thing that nobody knows is that like 1 week before my fight at sparring, I sparred and I hit the head, and my hand like just grow. And yeah, so I couldn't use my right hand for like 1 week. Nobody knew, and I just put glass, cold bath. I used to put my hand in it, and with days it goes better and better, and saving my right hand for the fight. And yeah, it went well. I could hit, and but I was injured like 1 week just before by training. And sparring. Obviously, it went well. The sparring went well. It was at the end of the rounds that I hit ahead, and yeah, it growed. But I did it. I treated good, and everything went well at the end. So yeah, but it was a great experience for me. It was a super great experience for me. Extreme Couture.
Well, let's get into, I guess, the fight specifics now, as you mentioned about that injury there. I was actually planning on asking you, was there any nerves in the lead up to this fight? I'm sure with the injury there definitely was. Just what was kind of the mindset like as, you're getting ready for fight night or even back working out and that hand's swollen and injured? What's kind of the mindset, any nerves or anything like that going through your mind?
Yeah. So I was like, fuck, man. Did it had to happen now, But we took care of it, we took care of it, and I knew that I would have my right hand back, and yeah, it hurt, but not that much. And I'm a warrior, so I was like, even if it hurts, I could put on my right hand. It's okay, I knew that it was going to get well because each day it was slowing, it was going down, and so we did it intelligently, and everything went perfectly. And the day of the fight, I could use my right hand like I wanted to, without being hurt and without worrying. So I handled it greatly. So yeah.
Well, it's nice that you're able to heal that quickly like that. Let's get, I guess, now into the actual X's and O's of this fight here. You came out of the gate pretty hot. I know the UFC broadcast team was a little surprised at that. They thought that maybe you'd sit back and counter a little bit. Was that the game plan to come out quick and fast the way that you did?
Exactly, because we knew the opponent. He come from a Muay Thai striking, and they usually start slow. So we knew that he was going to start slow, and he wanted to get to his rhythms. So the game plan was to immediately put our rhythm into giving big combinations and strike hard, and yeah, and so that was it, and it worked perfectly. So at the beginning, I was just like in his face and putting the pressure, because we know that he doesn't handle that good the pressure. You don't we didn't have to wait for him. We needed to be first, and yeah, I heard him. He went back, and I went for the kill. And once I see my opponent hurts, that's my thing. That's where I shine, because I'm a killer. So once I see you wounded, I go for the finish, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that game plan absolutely did work out perfectly because you got him out of there in just a little over 2 minutes. I believe 2 minutes 26 seconds was the exact time. Could be a few off in the seconds, but just a little north of 2 minutes there. I do want to
Yeah.
ask now about that finishing sequence, though. You landed the shot to the body, and then you knew you had him hurt to the body, so it was nice seeing that you made as like a veteran move essentially for a guy that's even young in your career to be doing that, going to the body 2 more times to ultimately put him away there. Just talk about that finishing sequence and that shot to the body. Was that something that you were drilling in the lead up to the fight?
Yes, yes, exactly. With my coach, that's what we were drilling to, the left body shot, and it went through, So, like I said, I saw he was hurt because first he tried to kick me with the front kick, and then I countered him with the right hand. But after the second right hand, I went immediately to the body, and he was like hurt of on the head and hurt with the body. I knew, and after that, when he was against the cage, I just put some combinations, at the head, and then I went to the body, and then that was it. But even if he was still there, I would just keep on going till he go down. So it was just a matter of time. Once I knew that he was hurt, that was the end. And I'm so good at recognize, seeing all of that, seeing when my opponent is hurt, and go for the kill, and working the body, the head, the body, the head, the body. That's what we're training to do. And yeah, that's my one of my signature move. That's not the first time that I finish guy like that, so I'm used to it.
All right, so now after you get that big win, we saw the emotions right there in the octagon. You were real fired up. Just talk a little bit about what the emotions were like afterwards as things began to kind of sink in a little bit there, and then just what the celebration was like afterwards, not only in Vegas, but back home. I know back home you guys, all your friends and that got together, had a barbecue and everything, so kind of a really great moment back over there.
Yeah, wow. The moment was like, I can't even describe how I felt, because it was so, when you worked so hard for so many years and you sacrificed everything, and they when they give you a chance, just one opportunity, that's all I need. I took it, and once I got the knockout first round, it was it was amazing, man. It was amazing. And I yelled, I yelled. I was like, ah, because it had to go, it had to, all the pressure, everything. And it was so wonderful. It's like a dream coming true, a dream coming true after hard work. And yeah, I thank God, I thank God for all of this, to answer my prayers and make that happen. With true hard work, you can do everything you want. And I've done it. Me and my team and my coach, we did it. We come from so far away. And yeah, it's been 10 years that I've been doing MMA. And my goal was always to get into the UFC. I'm also a big fan of the company and all the fighters. So it's a dream come true. And once I had the knockout, I knew I didn't let anyone a choice. Even Dana White, I didn't let him a choice. He had to sign me, and I was super happy, super happy. It's a feeling of accomplishment, and it's the feeling. It's so wonderful. But I know that it's not the end. It's like, now things gonna be even harder and harder. So I'm happy, but I'm staying focused, because it's gonna be hard and harder, and with tougher opponents. So I know where I'm at. I'm training. I'm still training. I'm still keeping the hunger, and getting ready for the next one.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of, I know your love for the company and everything, and not giving Dana the, he essentially had no choice. He had to sign you with the knockout and everything. I know Dana loves it when people go out and they get first round knockouts on that show. What was his message to you afterwards?
Of Dana was
From
the
Dana
message
White, did you guys
that
get to have a conversation? I'm sure. I know he usually takes a couple of minutes
yeah,
to talk to everybody.
he congrats me, and he was like, yeah, it was super impressive. You just beaten a Muay Thai champion, a striking champion, because he was the favorite. I was the underdog, and so he was amazed, and he said, yeah, nice performance, and hopefully get to see you soon next. So yeah, it was super inspiring, and it's a dream come true. Dream come true.
Definitely is, man, and it's well deserved. I know you've been putting in the work for a long time for this moment here, so it's great to finally see you here. I know you're waiting for the debut. You're staying ready in case that comes in sooner rather than later, and I can't wait to see you make your UFC debut. That's for sure. I just want to thank you again for all the time today. Just last thing now before you head out. Go ahead, plug your social media. This way people know where to follow you at. If you have management, sponsorships, any like coaches, teammates, family, friends, all those shout outs that you got to give, you get the last word today. Floor is yours.
Yes. So thank you to all my sponsors, Super Pro, Vitality, Dark Shoe Tattoo, to my managers, Paradigm, the best of the best, my team, Da Vinci Fighting, Valentin, Brussels, Belgium. Thank you everybody for the support and the love. We did it, and it's not over. It's only the beginning. So stay tuned. And for all people that have dream, just believe in your dreams and you will do it. Believe in yourself, believe in your dream, and don't let anyone say that you can't, because maybe they can't, but you can. You just need to believe in yourself and give 100% of yourself, and you will do it. You will succeed with no doubts. I'm a living proof of that. So just believe in yourself and keep going. Zulu gang, let's go.